Woo! How you doing, Nation? It is your boy Big G with that Monday morning quarterback report, recapping that NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Nation, if you notice, who is back in the building? Ric Flair's back in the building, Nation. Woo! Nation. If he's in the building, it can only mean one thing, Nation, is that we went to San Francisco and did the thing. Yes, Nation, the boys in blue went to San Francisco, beat the 49ers 20-17 on a Lawrence Tyne 31-yard field goal in overtime, Nation. Great game, Nation. It was exciting. Man, I almost had a heart attack 3 or 4 times, but we come through with the W, and now we are off to the Super Bowl, baby. Nation, I'm at a loss for words, Nation. But I'll tell you this much. Eli Manning, 32 of 58, 316 yards, 2 TDs, Nation, no interceptions. He was sacked 6 times. The line wasn't doing his thing like they did the last couple of weeks. They couldn't hold that 49er defense, but he weathered the storm of the defensive rush, and he just put it together, Nation. His favorite target of the day was Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz had 10 receptions for 142 yards, Nation, and he had 125 yards in the first half. He was killing them, keeping drives alive, going left and right. Then you had Knicks. Knicks had 5 receptions for 55 yards, no TDs. You had Ahmad Bradshaw. Ahmad Bradshaw had 6 receptions for 52 yards. Great game by Ahmad. Ahmad Bradshaw, a really great game, a great overall game from Ahmad. And then you had Mario Manningham. All right, Mario Manningham had 1 reception, but you know what it was? It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown, Nation. I got to say it. He's killing them. He's got 3 touchdowns in the last couple of games, Nation. He's doing his thing. Then you had Bear Pascal. Nation, Bear Pascal had 1 reception for a touchdown. And Nation, if you didn't know it, you know it now. That was his first reception all season long. No, Nation. Not the playoffs. All season long. And it could... Hold on, Nation. Hello? Yeah. I'm doing the Monday morning quarterback report. Can I call you back in a minute? All right, I'll call you right back. Sorry, Nation. But Nation, Bear Pascal, first touchdown all year, not the playoffs, just all year. But it couldn't come at a bigger time. Again, like I said, Ahmad Bradshaw had 20 rushes for 74 yards. But that goes along with his 52 yards receiving. So he had a very productive day. He produced over 100 yards of offense. Way to go, Ahmad Bradshaw. Brandon Jacobs, non-existent. Non-existent. Let's just put it like that. Non-existent. I'm not going to tell you how many yards he rushed for. Non-existent. But beyond that, Nation, the boys in blue, we held the ball for 39 minutes. 39 minutes. We had 20 first downs, Nation. 20. We were just doing what it does. That's what the boys in blue were doing all season long. Eli had these guys just running like a well-oiled machine. We had no turnovers on the day, no fumbles, no nothing. That's just a great day by the offense. All right. Now the defense did a good job. Let me put it like that. We did a good job. Alex Smith was 12 of 26, 196 yards for 2 TDs. Both of those TDs was to Vernon Davis. Both of them long touchdowns, you know. But, you know, I'm going to tell you this much. Every time somebody want to mock Victor Cruz with some type of dance celebration that you didn't do before, you always walk out with the L. Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis, she was crying like a little chick last week. Oh, let's go to the game with the dog. Now this week, what are you doing? You dancing in the end zone? Then you want to stand on the camera? You know what? Stop that. Stop that. All right? That's why you got the L. Cut it out. Keep telling y'all that. Don't mock Victor Cruz. Y'all wind up with the voodoo joint. Y'all be out and you walk out with the L, which you did. All right? Hey, Nation, Vernon Davis was the biggest guy. He had 112 yards. Like I said, the other receiver, Frank Gore, was the only other person with 40. He had 45 yards receiving. And Alex Smith couldn't get it to any of his receivers, really. it was just one of those games where the defense was doing its thing. We didn't allow them, too many rushing yards. Frank Gore had 74. Alex Smith had 42. And you know what, Nation? I keep saying our defense needs to stop allowing these mobile quarterbacks to get out and run the ball and do all these different things. It's going to kill us. The only good thing about it is that when we got New England has a quarterback, great quarterback, not the most mobile quarterback, which is good for our defense right now because we can't seem to stop mobile quarterbacks. Them guys getting out running around. We can't seem to stop them. But we'll talk about that later. But anyway, it was just an all-around good game. There was some miscues on the San Francisco side. They had the kid Williams, 2 crucial mistakes. The ball hit his knee once when he was trying to get out of the way, and it hit his knee, and the Giants special teams guy scooped it up. They called it down because they thought he picked it up, but they replay showed it hit his knee. Great heads-up play by the special team. And then they come down on the punt in overtime, and the kid Williams is running it back. And what they do, they knock it out of his hand, cause a fumble, we get the ball, we recover, and that puts us in the driver's seat for that Lawrencetown 31-yard field goal. And Nation, woo, boy, I was so amped, Nation. They couldn't tell me nothing, Nation. Nation. We just had a great game, Nation. I'm excited. So we're going to the Super Bowl. New England Patriots. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Wow, Nation. I'm so excited. Well, Nation, I just want to shout out a couple of people real quick. I want to shout out my boy Raul. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with me yesterday watching the game. We was over at Dave Diamante's. My cousin James, all the way from New Orleans. He was in town. He came out and hung out with us at Dave's. And I just can't wait. Man, who else I need to shout out? Dave. Big Dave. We call him Big Dave from Massachusetts up that way. Hey, Big Dave, we'll see you at the New England party. It's going to be great. New England Giant party. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to see you there. It's going to have a good time. Looking forward to it. I want to Jimmy Martinez. Wait, real quick, Nation. If you follow me on Facebook, you see that Jimmy Martinez is one of the guys that I work with. I call him sidekick, but because he roots for the Jets. He rooted for the 49ers, and he was rooting for the Broncos. He was Tim Tebow. Oh, Tim Tebow. He was rooting for Tim Tebow. I don't know how he's rooting for all 3 teams, but Jimmy, who are you going to root for now? I know you're not going to root for New England because that means you're not a true Jet fan. I don't think you're a true Jet fan anyway. I think you're really a closet Giant fan, but hey, that is what it is. But also, Jimmy, since you're losing bets, that's why you're running around Washington Square Park in New York Giant thongs and nothing but flip-flops and New York Giant thongs. That's what happens when you lose bets. So, Jimmy, come to the winning team, Jimmy. Come home. That's where you really want to go. Oh, Nation, I got to say something. I've had people scolding the Giants and scolding us for being amped and they said we're being obnoxious. But I'm going to say this. I'm sorry if you think we're being obnoxious, but we are excited to be going to the Super Bowl. Some teams get to go a lot and, their fans are not really that obnoxious. But you know what? I'm anxious. I'm amped. I'm happy. I'm not trying to be obnoxious. I just gonna let everybody know. Anybody who's gonna listen to me, we are going to the Super Bowl. And if your team was going to the Super Bowl, you will be amped too. So stop chastising me. Okay? Hit me up on Facebook. Nation, this is your boy Big G. I will do a report Friday, just a quick one Friday. I might have something to say. But we're definitely doing one right before the Super Bowl and after the Super Bowl when we win and beat New England Patriots. Nation, this is your boy Big G. Going back to the Super Bowl, New England, February 5th. Nation, this is... Woo, Nation! I will see you next week and I'm out.